Hi there, it's Donna from Heart of the Matter Professional Organizing. And in our blog today, we were talking about the seasonal switchover of clothes as one of the topics. And I was talking a little bit about my front hall closet. And you know, for those of you who do watch these videos on a regular basis, it's amazing, isn't it? How many lessons we can learn from a tiny front hall closet. But here we are again. So I talked about the fact that I have a different look to my closet for fall and winter than I do for spring and summer. So because I'm shooting this video right now in March, this is still my winter closet. So what I've got is my full bar is allotted to hanging clothes because in the winter our things are bulkier. There's 3 adults that live in this house. So what we do is we keep here the coats that we use on a regular basis. Haley's dress coat that she seldom uses is upstairs in her closet because we don't need to root by that for things that we use on a regular basis. You'll notice too that I've got a nice set of heavy duty wooden hangers. That works nice for me, but you may choose that you want something not quite as bulky, take up less room. One of the things I have over here at the side as well is a spot for extra scarves. One of these things that are just from the dollar store. The handle already broke, but we put it on with a tie wrap and it does the trick. It's got my all my scarves in there, but it gets tucked way over at the side. What I wanted to show you though is up on the shelf. Okay, so I've got some cubbies up there for one pair is gone right now, it's empty, but our running shoes that we use for the gym, so we've got those on the spots there. And you'll find that I really do like magazine files. See, I've got 4 of them up there. They were kind of fun colors that I got just at the dollar store. And they've changed over the years. I've got names on the labels on the other side of them. And on this side, I don't have labels, but that's because I change them seasonally and I've got them flipped around. So right now up there, you can see that big brown black thing. Well, that's actually a pair of earmuffs hanging over the side. So there's some seldom used hats and earmuffs up there, but we do need them if we're going out snow shoveling and that sort of thing. And then this little shelving unit. I put this in here for the winter because I like this extra space. Did you hear my cuckoo clock in the background? If you're going to listen to these videos and watch these videos on a regular basis, you're going to hear that cuckoo clock from time to time. It's 2 o'clock. That little shelving unit, I don't put that in there all year round. It's there for the fall and winter just because I like the extra way that it gives me a little bit of space for some bins. So the top shelf of that is my shoe and boot zone. Bottom, Murray's got his. Hats and gloves and that sort of thing in there. Then there's a slide out bin that's Donna's gloves, so I've got my gloves and mitts there. A few extra boots and things tucked up there. I do have a boot tray down in the bottom, but again, this is very limited space, so I'm very particular about how much we're allowed to kick in to down there. Once things are dry, then I've got boots set up higher. That's the way that it works for me. This also has to be the home for Murray's lunch kit, so it's in there as well, and 1 pair of boots each that we're allowed to have in there. So then I mentioned that I do something different when it comes to spring and summer, and I just brought a few things up from downstairs just to show you here, because this gets stored downstairs off season. I really like this. This is one of these Velcro things that go around the bar. And so in the spring and summer, because our coats are much more lightweight, I feel like I can forfeit the space to hang that on my bar. So I put it in the middle of the bar, and that gives me a lot more space for sandals and flip-flops, because with 2 women living in this house, there are a lot of different shoes and flip-flops and that sort of thing. So it would go in the middle there, and then to each side would go our lightweight spring and summer coats. Our bulky coats, I've got a garment bag hanging downstairs in my laundry room that I put those extra coats in off season. Then I have this bin that I store downstairs, and I do have it marked that it's seasonal. I have a spot that I can put it, and right now because it's winter, so my summer things are in it. So there's a bunch of sandals and that sort of thing in it. Plus I store this Velcro catch-all in there as well off season. But then when it becomes the opposite season bin, well, then I'm going to put a bunch of hats and mitts and scarves and that sort of thing in there, the earmuffs. I can even put a pair of boots in there. Like, it's a half decent sized bin that sits on a shelf downstairs in my basement. So there you get the idea of switching around your closet, making it work for you. Put on your organizing cap and think about it, that it doesn't have to look the same all year round because the needs change. Summer, we've got more footwear, but less bulky coats. Winter, more bulky coats, and we make it work with our footwear. There's a spot over here for some overflow as well. I've got baskets inside my door here. My daughter gets the first two for her some extra footwear and hats and scarves. That looks a little bit messy right now, and I do agree with you on that, but those are all things that are on their way out of the house in the next day or two. If things are hanging around longer than that and need to be returned to someone, then I tuck them away and I put a reminder in my phone. If I know that I'm going to see my friend Linda on the 30th of March, then I would put a reminder in my phone for the 30th and say, remember to take Linda's empty container. It's down in the basement. So that's the sort of thing that I do for things that are on their way out of the house. So remember, what's that catchphrase we don't want you to forget? Everything needs a home. And then don't put it down, put it away.